Hey, it's Tara with Reiki on the Run, and I wanted to do a video today about 5 things you can do to create balance in your life. And this is going to go beyond the obvious, eating right and moving your body and meditation and things like that. And just, it's the first day of the rainy season here, and I'm really excited. And so the first storm has just rolled in, and so I have my windows open, and because I love the smell. But as you can hear, I do live in a city and it's going to be really loud, but it's kind of fun because it's the first really big storm, and so we haven't had a lot of wind in a while, so the power will go out, and everything isn't tied down to where it needs to be, so you'll hear all of a sudden things will just start blowing away. So you'll hear a lot of noise, but I enjoy it. I think the only funniest part is going to be the lights going on and off, but we don't need them. So on to 5 things you can do to create balance in your life. You hear that all the time, balance, you need to have a balanced life, and what does that look like? And I think we're used to the normal eating well, moving your body, things like that, but I want to go a little beyond that, and it's really important to create balance in your life. I think a lot of us get run down because we are doing too much in some areas and not enough in others, and so it really is key to get those things all settled. As within, so without. When you are balanced within, your life will be balanced without. So it really all comes down to how you're treating your body and yourself and the energy that you're sitting in, not necessarily the actions that you're taking. So lights back on. Okay, so the first one I have is saying no. I know a lot of people have this problem, and I have had this problem in the past too, of where I just can't say no. I don't say no to invites, to if I want to watch somebody's kids, if I want, all these things that we have trouble saying no to because maybe you just feel like you're a good person or you want to be helpful, and so you give of yourself, and it's not necessarily a bad intention, obviously, but it really is important to not run yourself into the ground and not continually say yes and not continually give of your energy, and be able to say no to things. If you don't feel good about doing the thing, if you feel like it's going to run your energy out, if you just don't want to, if you have any inclination of something that you don't want to do, then learn how to say no. Now, there are a few people who have no problem saying no and probably need to go the other way and need to say yes to a few things. So, if you're that guy, but really important to start saying no and not worrying about if it's going to hurt someone's feelings, because in reality, you're not responsible for everyone else's feelings. You're responsible for yourself. And if you're living in stress, if you're having issues, if you're not feeling as good as you think you can, other people's feelings don't need to matter. You need to get yourself feeling well. Worry about your feelings more than everyone else's. Okay, number 2 is connect with people. So I think a lot of us in this age where we're all on our phones and connected with social media, I feel like because I grew up in a time where there were no phones, cell phones, and there was not all this instant gratification and all this, I always tell my son when I grew up, I had to watch cartoons on Saturday morning, and that was it. We didn't have a whole channel that would give you cartoons whenever you wanted. And if a movie came out, we got the video and we had to watch it over and over again. You couldn't, just watch whatever you wanted at any time. And I think because there's so much option now, that it's so easy to just get sucked into a world of not being connected to people, even though I think sometimes you think you might be connected if you're on Facebook and you have a bunch of friends and you're talking to people and commenting on their photos. You're not actually connecting with people. You're connecting with a little screen that's the relationship you're having. And it's very important to have balance in your life, to be connected with people, because even, I'll say I'm turned from an extrovert to an introvert, and I like being alone and I like spending time by myself, which is true, but I still do need that connection with people, and we all do. And you might not even realize it, but when you get around people, good people. Now, I'm not interested in having a bunch of friends that aren't where I'm at, that aren't interested in growing. You want to connect with like-minded people who are going in a good direction. You don't want to just have a bunch of friends just to have a bunch of friends. So really important to connect. In person is best. In person you can feel the vibration from the person. It's very warm. I think second best would probably be Skyping or something, and then if you can't do that, phone call. But this world of text-only communication, it's not connecting with people, although you may feel like you're connected to a bunch of people, but you're not connected. And very important to get those connections. And when you go out with people, put your phone down. Make eye contact. I've noticed when I'm around some people, they will be on their phone their whole time and try to act like they're in a conversation, but they're really not, and they're distracted. And as much as that annoys me, it's just not good for you. If you want to connect with people, what you need to do, if you want to have a balanced, happy life, you need to put the phone down and make eye contact and share in energy and not be distracted. So, big deal, connect with people. Number 3 is listen to your intuition. Here comes the rain. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I love it. Okay, listen to your intuition. I think a lot of us have gotten too logical, too stuck up in our head, and we will try to figure things out too much before we make decisions, and we will base all of our decisions on our rapidly moving mind that wants to figure everything out and make lists of pros and cons and yada, yada, yada. And it's really important to listen to your intuition, to develop your intuition. We all have it. It's just a matter of tapping into it and listening to it. And pay attention if your intuition says something you don't want to do and you do it anyway. I started noticing, and this is how I really practiced listening completely to my intuition, is I would pay attention. If my intuition said, I don't think you should do that, and I did it anyway, the outcome was always not favorable. It wouldn't be the way I would want it to end. So pay attention to those things when you don't listen to your intuition, and it'll prove to you that you should. And also pay attention when you do, when you get that gut feeling and you listen to it and things turn out well. But really developing that, paying attention. What does your heart say versus what does your mind say? You feel it in your gut. If you feel something's wrong, go with that. Listen to yourself. Your body knows. Your body knows ahead of time what you should be doing. And if you can tap into that, you're going to make a lot more better decisions that are going to be in your favor, be for your best and highest good, and that's going to create a nice, balanced life. And you're going to feel better more often because your body knows. So listen to your intuition. So number 4 is to be quiet and still. Now I know a lot of people don't like to meditate, and that's fine. There's a lot of misconceptions about it, and people don't think they can do it. But you can sit and be quiet and be still. And we don't do that. We don't take any time to just relax. Just relax. Just have a seat, close your eyes, and just be still. If you could take 10 minutes a day, just set an alarm, make sure you don't have any notifications on, your phone isn't on, nobody's gonna come in your room and disrupt you, and just sit and close your eyes and take in, right now I have the smell of rain. Take in the smells around you. Maybe you're outside. You don't have to close your eyes. If you're outside, you might want to look around. But just taking that time, 10 minutes a day, will shift you so completely. And just be still. Be still and be quiet. you start worrying about stuff, just shift it back to just right here, right now, and just be still. Relax. We're always usually in fight or flight mode because we're worried about things, we're stressed about stuff, we're thinking back in the past of stupid decisions we made. And it's really important just to sit still. We're always on our phone. We're always worried about our kids. We're always worried about this or that or work or people or, and just step back from that. And just a few minutes a day, I can't tell you how much that will change you. And it's 10 minutes. Everybody acts like they don't have any time. But if you're spending any time on Twitter and Facebook, you have 10 minutes where you can just sit and be quiet. So, number 5. Maintain a higher level of consciousness. Don't be on autopilot. So, consciousness is awareness, being aware of what's going on right now, here in front of you. Very important to, as often as you remember, to be right here, be right now. Be aware of your body, of what's going on around you, not thinking back, not looking forward, not just going on autopilot and doing the same old, really being aware of what you're doing. And I like to sometimes get a bird's eye view of the situations I'm in. And when you can kind of look from up higher, it really, really helps to not be so stressed about the situation. When you can kind of step back and look at the bigger picture and how is this really going to matter, and how can I be present? How can I be more aware of the energy around me, aware of my energy? I live on the beach, so everybody's coming in from the beach wet, having a good time. I don't know if you can hear the screams, but I love it. I wish you could smell it. Anyway, so that's the last one. Maintaining a higher level of consciousness, just being aware of everything that's going on at this moment in your body, with the people around you. And that's going to really create a balance, because that's also going to pull you out of that fight or flight mode and pull you into the present, and just make things a little easier. And when you're not so stressed all the time worrying about things, that's going to create more moments like that. What energy we resonate out is what we get back, situations and experiences that we get back. So when you bring yourself into the moment and just chill, just relax, you're going to get more of that back at you, and it will start your momentum in that direction, and it will be easier and easier to maintain a nice balance. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you could hear the rain and got to enjoy a little bit of that. And if anybody hasn't told you today, I love you very, very much, and I will talk to you very soon. Namaste.